And good afternoon, and welcome into In the Ruck, presented by Rugby Athletic. Nate Kreckman and Howard Stableford here with you at Infinity Park in beautiful Glendale, Colorado. We have got a double header of rugby action coming up today at 3:15. Howard, the men's elite side, will take on the New York Athletic Club, but let's talk about what's going on at 5:15 today. The women's WPL side in league play today will take on the Oregon Rugby Sports Union, or ORSU, as they will be known to everybody. Of course, the Glendale Merlins off to a 3-0 start in league play. They're 4-0 on the year. Let's talk about what they did last week, Howard. An impressive victory in tough conditions against Lindenwood.
Well, exactly right. Lindenwood University, one of the best collegiate programs in the country, and always a really tough team to play. And in dreadful conditions, they played really well. The handling was exceptional. Here's Wypich, Jesse Wypich dancing away through the defenders to score from the left wing. And it was a torrential rain pretty much all the way through. So the handling skills on the women's side really good. And what on this was a tremendous interception by the flanker, Christine Peterson, who ended up being MVP, and largely because of reading the ball really well. Very greasy conditions. It's hard to keep hold of the ball. And here's another look at that. Peterson just reading where that ball is going to end up eventually. There, and bang, manages to keep on hold of the ball and scores an excellent try. As I said, she was the player of the game last week. That was a bye week for them. It did mean they're 4-0 on the season, and today we're back into WPL action against ORSU.
Yeah, huge match coming up here today. As everybody can see, the sun is out. It is beautiful today here at Infinity Park. $6 will get you in here at Infinity Park. Bring the family out. Parking is free. Go to GlendaleMerlins.com to get all of the information. But come out to Infinity Park today. Beautiful day for rugby, Howard, and a big match in the WPL against ORSU.
Right, and if we looked at the standings against ORSU, they are top of the pile right now, 3-0. And particularly they see Glendale with 13 points. The Berkeley All Blues with 7. Great win for Glendale against the San Diego Surfers. That's probably been the highlight, 21-15 over them on the road, because you'll remember perhaps that the women lost against San Diego in the championship final last year. So they're going really well.
And we're very excited to welcome in now a very special guest here on In the Ruck, presented by Rugby Athletic. Allie Hale, she is the fullback, number 15 for the women's WPL side. And Allie, before we get to this upcoming match today here against ORSU, what was it like to play in those conditions last week? Pouring rain, it was cold, it was miserable. What did you guys have to do to stay focused and stay in that match?
Yeah, it was very challenging keeping that core temperature up, especially after halftime. We had to really just watch that ball into hand, be super aggressive on defense just to make sure we could, turn the ball over and keep the play going forward.
And you guys look great in that match. Now, a part of those rainy, slippery conditions are sometimes you're going to have collisions out on the pitch. Sometimes you'll have collisions with your own teammates. Allie, if you don't mind showing everybody, remove your glasses there. So show everyone what you have going on above your right eye.
Yeah, 6 stitches, just putting me out for this weekend, but they sewed me up real nice, so yeah.
And you're in it, you're ready to go today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be ready to go from the sidelines, cheering my teammates on. That's all I can do for them today.
A couple of changes in the lineup, particularly at halfback today, right? Jenny Liu, Leanne Lamb switching positions. No Hannah Stolber. How might that affect the way that the back line goes?
Yeah, we're Stolba-less this weekend. But Jenny Liu and Leanne Lamb both have really great ball movement, so I expect the ball to be getting out wide pretty frequently and very quickly today.
ORSU 1 and 2 in league play. How much of a threat are they?
Yeah, they have a different pattern that we haven't seen before, so we're looking forward to matching up with that, being able to read the defense and just go forward with it.
And Allie, you guys 4-0 on the season, 3-0 in league play. Tell us some of the reasons. Why has the team been so successful so far this season?
I think our support has been just the biggest reason why we've been so successful so far. Whether it's in the offload support, picking each other up, it just really has moved us as a team.
Well, in addition to that, you get fantastic support from the fans out here at Infinity Park. Guys, $6 will get you in. Bring the family out here. Parking is free. GlendaleMerlins.com to get all of the information. 5:15 today, women's WPL action with the Merlins taking on ORSU, the Oregon Rugby Sports Union. But the Merlins coming into this one at 3-0 in league play, trying to stay atop that blue division in the WPL. Allie, thank you so much for the time, and best of luck to the squad today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, for Howard Stableford, for Allison Hale, my name is Nate Kreckman. Get out here to Infinity Park today. This has been In the Ruck, presented by Rugby Athletic.
We train to be the best and come together as a team to be able to perform a job.
Ready.
Rugby is physically demanding, mentally demanding.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Set.
For the past 16 years, it's defined everything I've done. From where I live, who my friends are.
Go.
It's 15 people hitting hard without pads, no substitutions, just get the job done.
That feeling when you're walking onto the field and all of a sudden you lose your breath and your heart's pounding and you know that any minute the whistle's gonna blow. It's really nerve-wracking, but it's also the best feeling ever.
From Rugby Town, USA, it's week 5 of the Women's Premier League as the Glendale Merlins host the Oregon Sports Union at Infinity Park in Glendale, Colorado. Hello rugby fans, I'm Dallin Stanford alongside former Eagle Dan Power. The WPL heats up this week in another doubleheader. But of course, it's ORSU, led by the legend who's still going, player coach Beckett Royce.
Yeah, thanks Dallin. Welcome, good afternoon folks. The ageless Beckett Royce returns for yet another WPL season, named after the legendary playwright Samuel Beckett. She will look to take a page out of his book here today if they're going to flip their script and cause the upset and stay in touch with the West. Their 1-2 record coming in here. However, they have been on the road for the majority of the opening WPL seasons. We take a look at some of their highlights from last year's WPL finals down in Atlanta. You can see the orientation of this team is very forward-driven, as you would expect, with Beckett Royce, former World Cup legend, at the helm.
Well, they're going to have a tough task. What do you need to focus on to get a victory today?
Yeah, Dallin, normally my game plan would be different. If Stolber and Hale were playing for the Merlins, vastly different in fact. But with those players missing, there is an air of vulnerability to Glendale at the moment. They will need to do a lot of tackling today. The big battle for ORSU is where they do the majority of their defence. If they can maintain about 60% of the territory battle down Glendale's end, they're a big chance to cause an upset. However, Dallin, they run into a very impressive Merlins outfit.
Well, they certainly do, and coached by 3 former Eagles as well. They've been dominating form, unbeaten so far in the WPL competition. They took out the Berkeley All Blues 27-26, Chicago North Shore 20-6, and the San Diego Surfers 21-15. And last weekend, though, a low-scoring affair in wet conditions against the collegiate powerhouse Lindenwood that did score 2 tries. This is one of them, a sleek effort from Justine Whitepitch. And then this was followed up by a great basketball catch as Chris Peterson capped off a player of the match performance.
And Dallin, how do you see the Merlins staying undefeated against ORSU here today?
Well, it still starts with defense, always. They need to put the opposition under pressure, and that's what they've been practicing all week. They can definitely win the battle of the breakdown. Then they have plenty of scoring threats out wide. And finally, a pattern of play is important. They'll be without Hannah Stolber, but if they can stick to their guns, they should go strong today. So there you have it, rugby fans. Another cracking WPL fixture here. Stay with us. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, the national anthem and first half kickoff.
Today's match from Rugby Town, USA is brought to you by Rugby Athletic. Rugby Athletic is leading the way in custom rugby jerseys and apparel at rugbyathletic.com.
stole my heart from the minute he was born. They couldn't get me to stop bleeding, so I was taken into the OR.
I was scared that my wife wasn't going to make it back.
I probably wouldn't be here today without the amazing work of the care and delivery team.
One of the best things that we did was choose a hospital that could take care of not only Bodie, but also Casey.
At SCL Health, we're people healing people.
Looking for some extra room to stretch out and relax? Our suites are spacious, comfortable, and convenient for the quick or extended stay.
This is more like it.
Hampton Inn and Suites, Denver Cherry Creek, big enough for rugby.
Experience fast-paced rugby at Infinity Park. Tickets are just $6. Free for kids 12 and under. Grab them now at GlendaleMerlins.com.
And welcome back to glorious Glendale, Colorado. We're one of the best rugby complexes in America with over a decade of fixtures here at the stunning field, Infinity Park. And we captains are ready to take the field right now. Another cracker awaits us, Dan Power.
Yeah, it certainly does. We're getting down to the business end of the WPL now, Dallin. Midway, but these are the important victories, especially for ORSU if they want to stay in touch. Mathematically, they're still alive. There's still a chance. They have to get the win here today. They have a great stretch. 3 of their last 4 at home. And there's their outfit there. And Beckett Royce, the ageless Beckett Royce, 46 years of age, I believe she is now. Incredible. Didn't start playing rugby until her 30s, if you believe that. And went to a World Cup, played for the Eagles for a long time. She's going to be the key there. But look for Claire Lundy on the wing too. She knows her way to the try line, Lundy, and she could be a weapon here for ORSU if they're going to cause the upset.
And their captain, Rachel Johnson, number 7, will lead out their team. And she's up against Sarah Chabot. She returns to the fray this week. Captains the side here for the Glendale team. And we take a look at the color guard on the field right now. It's cloud off in the distance. Doesn't look like rain. It was forecast. So far, so good. And this is the team here coached by Kit Ruiz. One change in the forwards from last week with Carmen Farmer in at number 8, as we mentioned, Chabot as well. And the backline sees the return of Eagle, Jenny Liu at scrum off. Leanne Lamb shifts to fly off, while veteran Christian Suda, who impressed off the bench against Lindenwood, is at outside centre. The team is assisted, coached by Jamie Burke and Moseta Mateo as well. Stars are plenty in that field, and we should see plenty of tries from both these teams today.
Good to see Carmen Farmer back in the 8. She played at 12 2 weeks ago. Took a little knock to the head. Made a full recovery as we see the Merlins and ORSU making their way out in the field. There's Farmer. Stands at about 6 foot. Big weapon in the line out and open field as well. And there we see Captain Courageous Sarah Chabot. Such a stalwart, such a veteran, an imposing figure. Must be a daunting task, a young prop coming up in the United States, having to still pack down against a player of Chabot's caliber.
Yeah, and she still produces on the field as well as some bulldozing runs, some monster tackles, and a menace up front as well. And take a look at the colors there, of course, the yellow. And we're going to go down now to the national anthem of the United States of America.
By the Glendale Police Department Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America.
The crowd have come out as well to support this doubleheader. We just witnessed the Merlin men playing Nyack earlier, and now the big one. Fixtures that count as well. And the Merlins in the huddle, last-minute words as they go here.
There we go. Look at the weather. Much nicer weather greeting us this week, as opposed to 7 days ago. Perfect rugby conditions. Winds died down nicely since the men's game. It was swirling a little bit. To the a little love from the fans that have travelled out here for this game as well. There'll be one happy fullback. And take a look at the conferences for the WPL. The Blue Conference, the West Coast. You see Glendale sitting pretty on top there at 13 points with the 1 bonus point. ORSU down the bottom on 6. But as you can see, those 2 bonus points for close losses keep them alive here. They need to get on a winning trend though, Dallin. It starts here today.
That's right, San Diego have a game in hand as well. And that's referee Derek Summers. Still sporting the anti-smile campaign. We don't get to see it right now because he's got his back to us, but he'll be assisted by Steve Gore and Ray Hernandez. And then in the commentary as well, we got Mark Nelson, former head of referees, helping us here just to decipher some of these tricky calls. And we are almost ready for kickoff here. On the left of your screen, it's the Merlins in yellow, multicolored, ORSU on the right-hand side. It is week 5 action, and we are underway. 40 minutes each side. Contestable kick comes down here to Adrina Acosta. Taken nicely though from Candice Mahoney-Watson. And dropped, so advantage here for the Merlins, nothing coming.
Lock on.
Dallin, you can win the game of rugby tackling, there's no doubt about that, but it's where you do your tackling that counts. This is one of the things that ORSU cannot afford to do. Give away possession and territory early on. As we take a look at this simple handling error, just took a little peek up there. Tackling, defending your line is very exhausting. Tackling, pressure in their line, a little easier on the gas tank.
Certainly true, and Johnson, the captain though, puts that one down. Jenny Liu, first touch for her. Founder of Project Rugby Love, gives back to non-profits all over. That one just comes out the tunnel. Someone wants it a bit in quicker.
Can you be a bit louder, please, sir?
You know, ORSU's going to have a pretty strong pack going with Royce involved.
Same thing here, you guys. Coming in. Get low. Here we go. With you, I'm with you.
Well supported as well by Zoe Wilson on the flank. And then up front, Hannah Summers. Fina Hochi, Adrina Costa and Avery Johnson, front row forwards. Ball comes at the back here for Farmer. Lou is with her in support, stabs it through. Picked up nicely from Erica Ferris. And then advantage here, flying in.
We'll play the scrum, no advantage.
No advantage coming. Desperate times there for the Oregon Sports Union.
Knock on. Scrum to red.
On their own try line here. Definitely a good test of their medal early on. They don't want to give up early points. That's the last thing they want to do. Is see the replay there, the handling error at the end. That replay brought to you by Alpha Graphics, as are all our replays today. Increase your reach with marketing and print services from Alpha Graphics. Go to www.agdigitaldenver.com.
Bind.
Second scrum of the game, this time the first one for the Oregon Sports Union. Team from Portland go backwards when Becca Royce at the back does well. Gets the team back on the front foot. They go to the exit strategy. Kick hasn't gone that much further past the ruck.
Don't do that.
Great clearing kick there from ORSU. Well, was actually pretty lucky. They had no one down that blind side. Just the prop and Polar Bear was there monitoring. The ball could have sat in. ORSU could have had an opportunity.
Kristen Chalosky's throw. Not accurate, so option here, scrum line for ORSU. They're still defending their own line though.
Just from the eye test down, it looks like Glendale, much smaller pack. As we take a look at the replay here, Chalosky's throw right on that right shoulder, not close. Yeah, it looks like Glendale, definitely the taller of the two packs, and the scrum could be the option for
Crouch. Bind.
Feeding there, Elisa White. Flips houses for a living. ORSU president as well. Comes to the back for Beckett-Royce. Flat ball to inside centre. Anna Simmons, Fort Lewis College product. Will keep it in hand. Also retaining possession. They haven't made much territory, and Johnson drops the shoulder. Do we want to exit yet is the question is. Mahoney Watson, the 23-year-old, sets up more phase play. Now they do. Chip kick there from Emma Ritchie, just to the 22.
Talked about the pre-game, the keys to victory here. It seems that Glendale may have stolen my keys that I had for ORSU. So they're playing it to perfection. The territory game very, very heavily in their favour early on.
Chalosky needs a better throw on her second one. Glendale backline are ready to go. The Merlins, they go to the front. Nice take there from Kylie Thompson. And now, short ball. Great line. Tornado. Well inside the 22. Turnover by ORSU. Beckett-Royce, of course, getting in there. Got numbers, actually, if they move it. ORSU. Space to operate. Great breakout inside that 22. A couple of don't argue fans from Lundy. And then bolstering tackle into touch. Various just thumped.
More enterprising stuff there from ORSU to get that out from their own end. Quick turnover again. Great work from the captain and coach Royce to force that turnover.
Yeah, you can throw.
But the Merlins.
Merlins got to the front. Good set piece again. Also, though, did well to get out of the end zone. Better option than kicking, perhaps. Ball's at the back here in the maul.
That's once. That's once.
Lou just lurking around, and Shabbat has it there. Great reset. Peterson's in there as well. Now they move it. Lamb. Suda. She was on fire last week. Wasn't happy to be on the bench, and now she's starting. The Polar Bear. Sets up play.
Let it come,
midfield.
let it come. Let it come. You don't have it.
Still available there for Lou. They go to the far side. Chalosky. Charlo gets a pass back in field to Maddie Finch from the University of Otago. Wide ball. And then big collision coming in on Justine Whitepitch. Still with the Merlins. Getting everybody involved early. 6 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Lamb looking for her outside centre. Tornado. A couple of strong carries from her so far.
No.
Cedar penalty, though, holding on it.
It's clean turnover.
On the ground.
Here's our first chance to take a look at ORSU with territory and possession. If they can drive this into the 22, the line out a chance to attack Glendale. They did well to keep them at bay early, sustained a lot of pressure on their line. 0-0 after about 7 minutes here. It's a big kick for Ritchie. She's going to want to find this corner if she can. Right on the 22 from Ritchie. And down we take a look to see the turnover here. Yeah, strong work getting over from Wilson. Forces that turnover. Zoe Wilson doing as all good sixes should.
ORSU. Go over the top. Still available. And it is Zoe Wilson that comes in to collect for a side. Quick hands in the midfield. They work it. Simmons. Now the forwards into play. Mahoney Watson trying to open up space on the right-hand side. Good quick ball. Johnson into open space, into the 22. There's a great offload from Hochi. 34-year-old veteran. Spots the gap. Merlins. A lot of questions asked on defense here. That pass was narrowly made by Ritchie. They still have it. Acosta. Also this time concede a penalty. Both times the team in possession and not releasing.
So like Sarah Shabbat getting over the top there, and that's not what ORSU needed. They need to take points every opportunity they have inside the 22 of the Merlins. A couple of great little runs there from ORSU, put them in a good position. And now Lamb will look to clear this ball. We noticed last week, Dallin, against Lindenwood, when Hannah Stolber come off, the kicking game of Glendale changed drastically. As we see the replay of the steal here, you just wonder how much that affects, at least, you know, having a week to prepare for her absence a little bit easier, but just her influence is already being felt.
Back to the live play we go as Shabbat steals the line out. Wasn't even their possession. They got it back though, did the Merlin. Shalosky drives forward, and Lamb opts to give it to Suda. Full of running as well. There's such a difference with Stolber with a kicking boot, but Lamb does well to connect with forwards and backs. She takes it on herself this time. Glendale trying to create depth, obviously, in that pivotal position. Now they go again. Polar Bear on the left-hand side. He goes through, does Melissa Polar Bear, the PE teacher, is in the USA Eagles player
come
pool.
all the way around.
Entering from the side is the call, so Lamb may get to march them up further upfield.
You said they're going to build their depth at 10. They may be testing it right here. As Lamb is down. Well, she gets some attention. We'll tell you a little bit about the winter indoor rugby program here at Glendale. Join our indoor rugby sessions on Saturdays, November 18th through December 16th at the Glendale Sports Centre Gym. This program is for both boys and girls, kindergarten through 8th grade. Learn more at raptorsacademy.com/indoor. If you're tuning in, you've got friends in the Denver area, shoot them a message and tell them to come on down and get the kids involved.
Well, we know we've got 3 young dolls, 3 daughters, who could be joining that program very soon.
Anuma Leifa.
Certainly right. All the tricky and the hot steps, following in the father's footsteps.
You see, it might be a contact lens. I've got a great story about a contact lens while we fill some time in here. Talking of kids, my young one, Harrison, poked me in the eye as I was getting out of the car before a game, knocked my lens out. I had no spare. So I had to take the other lens out because it was too distorted. I played fly half in the snow, practically blind. And let me tell you, I think Golden Gate put about 40 on us that day. It was a good day.
Oh, well, let's hope Lamb has found her backup. She'll certainly need that as it's kicked down. Just towards the 10-meter mark, it will be a Glendale possession, but not having contacts, that is an absolute nightmare, especially at fly half, Dan Power.
It was good fun. It was real good fun.
Full line-out option. Not straight. Summers is on the mark.
Straight. Scrum. Yeah.
I tell you, if there's going to be an upset against these Merlins, today's the day. They're just not sinking early on here. Just 10 minutes gone. That one's not straight. It's just something not clicking for them. I don't know if it's the absence of Stolber and Hale. Just a nice calming influence there. But also we're going to do it. Today's the day to do it.
Crouch. Yeah, that's right. Hannah Stolber and Brzezinski are both at weddings this weekend. Not the same one. And then, of course, you said Hale, Jenna Beer, Jodie Kalinski, and Colleen Krubb still to join the side. Ball comes up. Beckett Royce is screaming for something. She gets a full-on penalty.
She unbound.
No, you've taken the...
It's not set. We need to get set.
Player without the ball.
I don't know if this was a little bit of veteran nuance at the back here from Beckett Royce, or whether it was just a misread from Jenny Lou. Jenny Lou, very experienced USA player, so see if we can take a look at the back. Jenny's claiming that Royce picks it up. Ball comes out. Oh, yeah. Beckett Royce hadn't put hands on that. She didn't try to. The ball was just flying around the back.
Yeah, she certainly made an attempt. ORSU back on attack. 11 minutes gone, still scoreless here at Infinity Park. It's knocked down, and Beckett Royce takes it for ORSU. Into the charge. Acosta is there, first receiver. Drifts across field. Counter ruckers, though, come in and steal this for the Glendale Merlins side.
It was good, then it was lost forward. Well, the scrum.
Farmer there, Dallin, right over the top of that. And it's tough. Carmen Farmer, she's about that 6 foot height range. Getting into those breakdowns first at that height, you're a big target. She does exceptionally well. She tries to form the maul. You see her at the back there in the 8. Good steal. And there it is, spilled forward under some counter pressure from ORSU. But
Bang!
Nice solid start from Farmer early on.
Yeah, it certainly is. ORSU back on attack. Here they go. Scrum under a little bit of pressure, but Royce does really well to get it out. In midfield. Now they drift out here with... Good carry, of course. San Juanita for 2-0. Johnson, the captain, arrives now. 2 players bring it to the deck. Also looking to really bring it now as they hammer it in with Mahoney Watson. Great angle with Avery Johnson, software developer. Got space on the left-hand side.
Advantage knock on.
They go to the right. Just stepping off the foot there. Zoe Wilson into the 22. ORSU putting the phases together.
Over.
Little space opens up and hand over the tackle there from Lundy. She does well. But then the Merlins come firing in. Still with ORSU. Short ball. Mahoney Watson coaches high school and youth rugby. She leads by example. Lundy flicks it back to her fly half, Ritchie. San Juanita down that touchline. I know she can motor as Acosta takes it up again. Another strong tackle here from the Merlins. Been asked a lot of questions as Beckett Royce picks around the fringes. Still driving forward. 0-0 in this game. Will ORSU score first? Great offload. Hochi almost in a half gap. Still they pick and surge forward to the Oregon Sports Union with Acosta now. That's been knocked on. And the defense holds strong for the Glendale Merlins. Phase after phase, they had to repel the attack.
We'll play the knock on.
And finally they get a scrum.
Scrum.
We saw in their highlights package, the WPL finals last year, all their tries came from very tight play. They went to that playbook and it was working there for a moment. This is a slinging tackle from Polar Bear, just forces a handling error as Ritchie with a low pass to her knees can't handle. And the Merlins well defending their line as well. It's a territory game now, starting to favour ORSU. This is what they needed to do. They need to start getting some points, so whether that be from the boot or with some tries here shortly. Just get the feeling that they're not going to catch the Merlins napping for much longer.
Yeah, a lot rests on that shoulders of Emma Ritchie, rookie in the number 10 spot. And there they go, the Merlins though, trying to break out from their own line. Stolber's not there for the big relieving kick. Oh, the fan and go. Stunning.
It's backwards.
Bit of strength. And this one, Johnson's under pressure, so the kick stays tipped, inside the 22.
I had a tip. Goal ball.
Well, Summers is saying it's been tipped by one of the ORSU players.
Tipped. I heard it.
There was some pressure that came through. I'm not sure if it did get a hand on it or not. We'll take a look. She's under pressure. Oh, nowhere near being touched. No, just a bad kick down. I'm not sure what he heard.
Well, Summers may have lost his contact lens on that occasion there.
Red ball.
Definitely going to go to the review, and there we go. It's been changed. So Summers actually has adjusted. It's back in the game. When they don't have to go to Mark Nelson, Avery Johnson will take this one.
Made a mistake. All right.
Johnson, little known fact, she can peel a banana with her toes. That's probably one of the most interesting stats I've seen here in a long time. Can she get the line-out throw, though? It's knocked back. Beckett drives open space. Oh, collision zone. ORSU, pick and drive. This is what you expect from them around the fringes. They flick it back into Beckett Royce again. Hochi providing the offload. Now she pick and drives herself for the line. Only a few meters away. Ball is there for Johnson.
Back.
Still working around the fringes.
Let it come.
Oregon Sports Union. Dig it out. Looking for a loop around. That pass couldn't be made. Good tackle on Ritchie. Lundy just across field. Gets a hand for it. Intercepted. It's the Merlins that start racing away. Good night, nurse. Justine Whitepitch scored one last week as she canters in. A stunning response from the Merlins. End-to-end stuff. Whitepitch is just too fast.
Justine Whitepitch, she got things rolling against Lindenwood last week. She's done the same this week against ORSU, against the run of play. Danger signs for the Merlins. Justine Whitepitch, she proves to be the saviour. A great read from the winger right there. That's 2-on-1 outsider. She makes the decision to come in. It's the right decision too. And then she shows some great speed to go the length. You see the smile there. Very, very happy. She'll look to convert her own try against the run of play. 5 points to 0, the Merlins. They draw first.
JT looking for her own conversion. The registered nurse has 7 on the board, and so does her side. So after 18 minutes, we finally see something on the board and against the run of play as well.
Certainly was. Saw a couple of intercepts last week. Justine Whitepitch thought, why not me? And she gets involved with the action. 7 points to 0. You got a feel for ORSU there. They're doing everything right. Pressuring the line off the Merlins. Just couldn't finish it. A couple of big tackles from Farmer as well through those phases.
So ORSU will need to work hard to get back inside that 22 again. They did very well with their forward pack. Tafina Hochi, forwards coach since 2017, player coach, and San Juanita is their backs coach as well. So 3 player coaches in this ORSU side. And that's a contrast to the 3 former Eagles coaching this Glendale team. As Whitepitch again goes on another dance. Jaloski just outside the 22. They work back to their forwards, bringing Joanna McElroy, former Twin City Amazons player. Now Halakpado, Maddie Finch. Lamb and Suda, quick hands, and Tornado again tries to get around, but it's been well intercepted though from Anna Simmons.
Plus 4, little knock on.
And knocked on then by Hannah Summers.
Scrum.
Sure Summers was quite ready for that ball yet. The replay, it was a good read back on the inside. Tornado looking for some support, finds Simmons instead. DC hand straight on the head. Summers knows that was an opportunity that slipped for ORSU.
Well, Summers, she says if she's not on the pitch, she prefers being underwater. She has a passion for scuba diving, only second only to rugby. End result is scrum to the Glendale Merlins. Almost a tight head there as Jenny Lou goes down the short side and feeds Denoli Graham, 25-year-old from the University of Connecticut. Polar Bear, good catch from Shaloski as they're set. Shabbat on a run. Steamrolls the first player, and then it's the Polar Bear. Tough to handle. Such aggressive forwards running at you. That one knocked down by Whitepitch. High ball for her to take from Chris Peterson.
It's an impressive 1-2 punch, isn't it? Shabbat. She runs like she's got cement in her bones, Shabbat. Just with mean intentions, and then Polar Bear right behind. Whitepitch can't heal that one. We'll have the scrum. ORSU's ball just inside the half of the Merlins here. 20 minutes gone. Just 7 points to 0. ORSU though.
Buy-in.
Get themselves some points pretty quickly.
It's good camera angle there. Underneath the scrum, you see Shabbat up front for the Merlins. Up against Hochi. Beckett Royce doesn't get far. Still keeps possession for her side. Good strong carry over the halfway line from Simmons. She's a veteran as well, 36 years of age. So Juanita, half scrag there by the polar bear. It was high.
High tackle, high tackle. Number 3.
She may have hurt herself coming out of it too. She's not sure if she's clutching up at the shoulder or the elbow. She may have hyperextended something. She did throw that lazy arm out. Take a timeout now to see how she's doing.
Clear down.
Replay. Just, oh yeah, it looks like she may have taken it right on the elbow. Still drifted up a touch high. There will be a penalty for ORSU. As Melissa Polarbeck gets some attention. And the WPL season, it will continue to roll on October 7th as we have Glendale's elite women taking on the Berkeley All Blues in a Women's Premier League match at 5 p.m. Get your tickets at glendalemerlins.com. And that's the rematch from just round 1 of the WPL. The Merlins scraped home as the All Blues came home full of running with a wet sail in the second half. So that promises to be a good one, Dallin.
Yeah, it'll be a cracker indeed. Just 1 point separating the teams there. Of course, the All Blues will have plenty of games underneath their belt to meet up with this Merlins side, who seem to be struggling so far. 7 points, they're up by 20 minutes gone, and this is another look at it. Meanwhile, back to the live action. It's Beckett-Royce again that gets her team going forward. The player coach still does everything she can as Teafina Hochi carries it up from Rotorua, New Zealand.
She's onside.
And there, Acosta has it now. What a player she is, nicknamed Ace. Always up her sleeve, and another good carry from Hochi. Ball is still there for ORSU at the 22.
Advantage, offside.
Ritchie into some stern defense and offside. Could sense that Glendale backline was up early.
Up early.
Big choice here whether to take the 3 points.
Over here.
We'll keep going at this Merlins line.
It's right here.
So they're going to take the tap and keep going, perhaps.
Shot.
Going. Points. Rachel Johnson just points to those 2 beautiful white poles. Now Ritchie has a chance. It was an offside call, early leave.
2, get 10. 2. You still have to be 10. Yeah.
There's a chance for ORSU to get on the board. 7 points to 3. Ritchie's first attempt off the tee here this afternoon.
Yeah, strong tackle though from Carmen Farmer. First learned playing rugby while climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Must have been with Hannah Stolber. Stolber's been lurking around mountain ranges, traveling the globe. So the young rookie looking for first 3 points for her side. Emma Ritchie's strike is superb. 7 points to 3 after 24 minutes. ORSU get onto the scoreboard.
It's a good option there for Ritchie. A good strike of the ball as well. Keeps it in touch with the Merlins at 7 points to 3. The last 15 minutes here of this first stanza. ORSU, they're hanging tough. They've travelled with a light roster too. Just 4 players on the bench, so they know they're going to have to grind this one out.
That is certainly key as well in the second half as the altitude comes into play. Only 4 reserves. 8 to Glendale Merlins. Let this one bounce. A good pickup though from Johnson in the end. She's never been in that position though. So miscommunication of the kickoff. Also get lucky. Ochi, the Kiwi, gets that pass, knocked backwards. Got to be careful with that though. Hannah Summers cleans up. Johnson's a standing start, gets the fan going. Glendale counter ruck. Flooding in over the ball. As White tries to dig this one out. Costa brings it back to where the previous ruck was set. Big tackle as they try to fling it away. Farias. And then turned over. Peterson all over that. This is what Glendale were waiting for. They have advantage as well. Lou spots a gap, and Suda opens things up. Great carry on that far side and fending for the line. McElroy on the outside. By crikey, by Jingos. off the defenders, something out of nothing. And Joanna McElroy gets try number 2 for the Merlins.
Great strong running from McElroy on the right side. It was a fantastic hit from Farmer. That's Carmen Farmer. We put them together, you get a bit of Karma. This is the end there for McElroy. She brings it around, a strong run. Got some support, still a lot of work to do. Gets around Royce with the big left fend there and improves her position. The decision to run directly at Carmen Farmer was a regrettable one, much like buying sushi from a gas station. It didn't work out for ORSU.
And Suda did superbly as well. The center, veteran coming in. And this kick with the wind is unsuccessful. Great attempt though, 12 points to 3 the score right now after 26 minutes here at Infinity Park. And it is the WPL Merlins that lead against ORSU.
Got it. Shot on the scoreboard with 3 points there, ORSU. Giving points straight back. The Merlins is not what they were after. Just need to settle down here. Play it deep again. Get back to that territory game and wait for the Merlins' mistakes. The Merlins, though, this final 10 minutes in the first half, I think they're going to look for some more points.
Emma Ritchie, the 22-year-old from Cincinnati, Ohio, currently applying to medical school. Nice looking drop kick. Comes down to the try scorer, McElroy. Steams it forward. Just fighting for every inch. Dummy thrown and space opens up here for the Merlins. Great work from Finch and supported there from Shalotski. Gets the fend as well. Ball went backwards. And then knocked on. Great attack off the kickoff and the lock forwards working in tandem.
Scrum back here. Cross forward.
Beautiful strong running from the forwards up there. When Shalotski sits down and watches this again, I think she decided to hold on to that pass at the end. She was well covered. 4 or 5 ORSU players. There's no shame in getting tackled. I think a lot of players really push that pass. They're looking for the, the Sports Centre top 10 try moment. The Dallin Stanford one-liner tag onto their try. No shame in getting tackled. Play a couple more phases, build that pressure.
That's right, it was good interplay initially. Maddie Finch and Joanna McElroy involved, and now ORSU, their scrum driven backwards, and they concede a penalty, and Beckett Royce picked it up, but the head crumbled.
Full arm.
That's something to keep a close eye on too, Dallin, as this match progresses. If this scrum continues to deteriorate for ORSU, you're looking at penalties consistently and eventually yellow cards. Trying to look at the close side. The bind looks good. They do pop up, and it just sort of falls to pieces there.
Shot, shot.
While they go for shot, we have our referee commentator, Mark Nelson, eager to get in. What happened there, Mark?
Well, Glendale scrum is just legally dominant. It's not that there was an infraction against ORSU. It's just that they couldn't handle the pressure. Eventually, the scrum collapsed. Probably number 3 on the tight head side just slipped down. But just a legally dominant scrum. Derek Summers decides to reward that and with a penalty.
And that leaves a 3-point attempt here. Justine Wypitch. She pulls it to the left-hand side, so it'll be a 22-meter dropout. Also with Beckett Royce wants this, and then she finally gives it back to Ritchie. Still 12-3. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Ritchie just has to go over the line, and the Polar Bear has it. Just kicked it straight to the Merlins, and they'll capitalize with this. Looping around there, McElroy. Wide ball for Lamb. A flat one from Peterson, gets a double fend going. Sudarin to help out at ruck time as well. Another penalty in the same position.
7, no release.
I wonder if you give Wypitch another shot here, help with a confidence booster. Yep, that's what they're going to do. Put 3 more points on. And why not? I would anticipate that Glendale feeling this game's a little tighter than they would have liked coming into it. There you go. Like the North Atlantic first seal. Just swam right into that polar bear's clutches.
Melissa Polar Bear couldn't believe it. Presents another opportunity now for JT. Put the last one to the left. This one is over. 15 points to 3 after 31 minutes here. And it's the Merlins that stretch those leads.
12-point buffer into the break. Pretty handy for Glendale. I think they'd be happy with that, considering this ORSU side has performed very, very well, considering they're traveling light. Coming from sea level up to altitude, always a difficult task. They've handled it quite well, still in touch at 15 points to 3.
Big 8 minutes to go in this first half for ORSU. Need to get back on the scoreboard. That'll help them. And Shabbat almost played that in an offside position. Would have been a full-on penalty right now. It's just a scrum advantage. And they sent Ho-Chi forward. Churns those legs. Play with the so-called Griffins. Space on the right-hand side. They choose to go left with Richie. Skipping through a good tackle, though, is Simmons. She's been elusive in the midfield. Richie back on the inside to Acosta. A great support run. And then a crunchy tackle on her. Coming from Farmer. Beckett Royce throws a dummy. Still going. Got to be accurate here, or the Merlins could run away again for another intercept. Johnson cleans things up for ORSU as they retreat 10 or 15 meters. Acosta drops that backwards. San Juanita got Lundy and looping around. Beckett Royce again at the breakdown. She takes her play to the 22. Ball still there. Taken up by Hannah Summers, the 24-year-old. Full-on penalty here for the Oregon Sports Union.
It's 2 offside.
Long
on the
advantage
fringe.
there against Kristen Shalosky for being offside.
Points.
They're going to take the points on offer. A 9-point ball game if successful. Struck the first one very nicely, Richie. This one a little further out, outside the 22. This is the back end off that advantage.
Captain. Just better timing on both of those offsides. They're just up early. Better timing.
Yeah, Derek Summers saying the offsides, just an early leave, not the fact they're not getting back behind that last player's feet. They're just taking off a touch early.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Still a bit of a breeze here at Infinity Park. Fairly strong in that first game. So with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Second penalty attempt. And Marici chips this one forward. It is unsuccessful.
22.
Worth an attempt, though, to get those 3 points. So 22-minute dropout here for the Merlins. With Kelsey O'Brien, the 21-year-old. United States Air Force cadet. Good attacking chance here for ORSU. Beckett Royce is steaming up. Great carry, though, as San Juanita. Also a veteran player on the back line takes it up. And Lundy, short ball there to Johnson. And again, a first receiver, really imposing herself on this game. From the University of Washington as Acosta. I like the look of Acosta. She really brings the heat. Ochi, quick hands. It's the front row forwards combining. Johnson for the second time. Richie gets through the first. Inside runner support was there.
Come, hold.
Acosta again. Here they go with Johnson as well. Well, not often you see the front row forwards playing in the midfield. Now Richie turns it back in to Simmons, the inside center. Glendale still tackling well. They go to the far side. Acosta tries to get a hands free. They do well though. Another penalty. This time, Derek Summers going to have a chat. They're in the red zone.
Captain. Time off, Marcus over here. Hold that. Now it's a pattern, okay? We've had offside there. They're coming in from the side and losing their feet. If it continues, someone goes off. Yes.
Yeah, that's usually a good sign that it's a final warning. There'll be a yellow card next. Captain Sarah Chabot calls in the players for a quick chat. And ORSU with an interesting decision here, Dallin, with under 5 minutes left in the first half. Tough angle, or do you go to the sideline and try to get 7 points, or at least 5 points before the break?
Yeah, Richie's decided it's a bit out of her range with that angle. Gonna go for the touch. And if it gets fairly close, this is a great option here for a rolling maul. Expect Beckett Royce to be the recipient. They need to win the line out though. The kick is good.
The side entry, let's just see where it comes from. There you go, right on the side there. Try scorer in McElroy.
Someone be the receiver.
Need to be on target here. Big throw coming up for ORSU.
Good take at the middle there from Summers. They drive it forward.
Two through the middle.
Still a rolling maul. Merlins on defense. Stop their initial drive. But here they go, working on their right-hand side. ORSU trying to get it down. Try or no try.
Held up.
Referee Summers says held up. He's on the spot. They still maintain the attack though.
Well, this is actually a bad result for ORSU because they've had all sorts of trouble in the scrums, Dallin. They would almost prefer another line out here. Reset this ball. The Merlins have just dominated at scrum time. Take a look to see if we can find the ball. There could have been a penalty there against Shalosky for trying to pull that down. Could have used a little assistance from the assistant referee. There it is, and there you can see it looks like Thompson. Maybe underneath that, or Peterson. It's Peterson, sorry.
Yeah, Peterson's doing really well. So scrum time there, the blind side. They have enough around that channel. Beckett Royce loves to pick and go, though. That needs to come out. Looks like it came out the tunnel. Referee Summers says no. Play on. Jenny Lou has pinched us.
Still moving.
Is it playable now for this Glendale side? No, and that's why it's going to be a scrum here for ORSU.
Still a maul. Scrum.
Here we go.
Strong work there.
Here's your mark.
Watch Beckett. There you go, right over the top of the ball. It's like a Merlins player. It hit the ground. No release to the tackle player. Could have gone either way.
Also, another chance for them. White has it now. 23-year-old. Important scrum to get away here. Beckett Royce tries to get it there. White has it now at the back. Drifting cross field. Here they go, dancing through the midfield. Simmons for the line. Simmons has scored. Unbelievable individualistic try. Superb stuff, sublime skill from the inside center. And the veteran, high fives all round. She's on the scoreboard. And ORSU strike before the half.
That is just the medicine they were looking for. Thought she may have overrun the play there. Does well to get herself back on side. And flimsy defense coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4 Merlins players fall off Simmons. Just strong running from the inside center. Just great self-belief. Gets the line. And that is a big, big play here. Kick to come to turn this into a 5-point game at the break would be huge for ORSU.
Well, just reward. That first try that Justine Whitepitch scored for the Glendale Merlins was against the run of play. ORSU were looking to put in 5, and in the end they conceded 7. So they're back here just before the half for their first try. Important conversion attempt here for Richie. And she gets it over. 15 points to 10, the scoreline right now. Just 5 points in this. She'll probably have one more play to bring us to halftime.
Should be about a minute, Dallin, I would say. We had a couple injuries. We hear the hooter go in the background. There's Simmons. Got from inside centre. Suda will get us restarted here for the Merlins.
O'Brien puts it high. Good take there from Summers. Gets through the first one. Peterson is there as well. Also rejuvenated as they take it to the line. Here they go. You can hear them. Louder, Hoche. Great break there. Beckett Royce as well. And good support from Wilson. ORSU inspired with Lundy. That one was knocked on. Lundy got it back. Happened very quickly. And Summers eventually picked it up.
And then knocked into your own teammate. It's halftime.
That brings us to halftime. Yeah, well, a very enthralling first 40 minutes. It was all Glendale Merlins on the scoreboard, but then Anna Simmons had something else to say. So 15-10 at the break. We're going to take a short one, and we'll be back with highlights and analysis. It's the Glendale Merlins 15 and ORSU 10.
Close, convenient, cozy. Where Rugby stays. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek. Located within walking distance of Glendale's Infinity Park Stadium and minutes away from the Cherry Creek Shopping Center and downtown. Featuring 3,000 square feet of meeting space, luxurious guest rooms with our signature Hyatt Grand Beds and complimentary breakfast. Prepare for your match in our 24-hour Stay Fit gym and connect with work, family, and friends on free Wi-Fi. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek, where Rugby stays.
My mom and dad, they looked it up online because I wanted to do tackle football, but they were trying to find a safer sport.
I started playing rugby since it seemed like it looked really fun. You work together as a team.
It helps me work on tackling, passing the ball, communicating. And the best part is scoring a try. Put down those video games and play rugby.
Come out and see it.
It's a lot of fun.
If everybody does their best, then I believe it's the most fun, really.
My name is Louis Cohn. I had a heart attack running a race. 6 bypasses later, here I am. All the people at the hospital, they were unbelievable. They just took such great care of me. I'm climbing, I do all the things I love to do, and I'm just enjoying life.
St. Joseph, Good Samaritan, and Lutheran, together providing a deeper level of personalized care. If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Hello Rugby Sensations, I'm Dallin Stanford, former Eagle and current commentator. Today we're looking at Rugby 101s in the 15-a-side game. First up, looks very confusing on TV, is called a scrum. You need some very big and very powerful players. This is the one time you do not skip the buffet line. Right here, the different positions. We have a prop, a hooker, and a prop. These are the big men up front. The hooker's job is to hook the ball back, hence the name. We're going to take a look and see what a scrum looks like. Here we go. Scrum time. The player with the ball is called the scrum off. He will feed in 8 players against 8 at scrum time. There's a contest for the ball, but the team that puts in has the advantage. They know when it's coming in. The ball's at the back, it comes out, that keep possession, and that's how you do it. Like a sleek racing snake, that is scrum time. Hello Rugby fans, Dallin Stanford here, former Eagle and current commentator. We're looking at Rugby 101 in a game of 15-a-side. Often when the ball goes out of bounds, there's nobody else around and a line is not formed. They can take it themselves and attack. Here it is. Ball goes out of bounds. The ball must now travel 5 meters, but you can throw it to yourself. It's a great attacking platform. Quick thinking, and that's a magic play.
And welcome back. Beautiful scenes here in the distance, the Rocky Mountains, and on the field as well. 3 tries, and it's a very tight affair. The Glendale Merlins lead ORSU by just 5 points. And it was a late comeback that really did things for this ORSU side, but it all started off, and it was ORSU on attack. Sustained pressure, they looked to move it wide, but then beautiful timing by Justine Whitepitch, the vision and the speed to go the distance for the first 5.
Yeah, that was a huge momentum shift right there, Dallin, and then the Merlins enjoyed a large amount of territory and possession. This was at the back of a massive Carmen Farmer hit, forces a turnover. McElroy brings it around, but then there was another shift. It came from a penalty first from Richie, and then Simmons with this beautiful individual effort, just shaking off Merlin's defenders left, right, and center, and that left us where we are at the break right now.
Well, it's a nail-biter indeed, but don't go away. We're going to take a short break, and when we return, we'll bring you the second half from Glendale, Colorado, where the home side, the Glendale Merlins, lead ORSU 15 points to 10.
Today's match from Rugby Town, USA is brought to you by Hilton Garden Inn. For a convenient and comfortable stay, choose Hilton Garden Inn Cherry Creek, an official hotel partner of Infinity Park.
Looking for some extra room to stretch out and relax? Our suites are spacious, comfortable, and convenient for the quick or extended stay.
This is more like
Hampton Inn and Suites, Denver Cherry Creek, big enough for rugby.
He stole my heart from the minute he was born. They couldn't get me to stop bleeding, so I was taken into the OR.
I was scared that my wife wasn't going to make it back.
I probably wouldn't be here today without the amazing work of the care and delivery team.
One of the best things that we did was choose a hospital that could take care of not only Bodie, but also Casey.
At SCL Health, we're people healing people. If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Hello Rugby fans, Dallin Stanford here, former Eagle and current commentator. We're looking at Rugby 101s, and one that is adored around the world from the female and male fans is the line-out. Let's take a look at how it looks. You've got the hooker throwing in, the lock is ready, the team that has possession will likely win this. Here they go. The man is as tall as a ladder, gets it for his team, and they're away to the races. Hello Rugby fans, Dallin Stanford here, former Eagle and current commentator. We're looking at Rugby 101 in a game of 15 aside. Try scoring, it's what we all love doing. But the ball must be touched down over the line, and this is what it looks like. A try, worth 5 points. Over it goes, Champagne Rugby, try time! In football, when you score, it's called a touchdown, but you don't physically have to put the ball down. In rugby, you have to, and that's where the words come from.
good things about this place.
I told them that they were testing. I told them that they wanted to get me Stephen, don't sit on that phone.
Go please just start potato chips. And water.
You're not on the field, but on the grass. There you go. Okay, good job. Did you have a game today?
Welcome back, rugby fans. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe, we're here at stunning Infinity Park. 40 minutes away from the conclusion of this match. It's the week 5 in the WPL, and it's the home side, the Glendale Merlins, on the right of your screen that lead ORSU 15 points to 10. I'm Dallas Stanford alongside former USA Eagle Dan Power.
Yeah, great first half. Real war of attrition between these two sides. You can see the desperation in ORSU. They know they need to win here to stay in touch in the Blue Conference. Let's see if they can get it done here against this undefeated Glendale side.
Our referee is Derek Summers, and it's been knocked on, lost there, straight off the kickoff from Joanna McElroy.
That's a great opportunity that opens up right at the start of the second half for ORSU. Yeah. They certainly found their rhythm at the back end of that first half. Sometimes a half-time break can be your best friend or worst enemy. It takes about 5 minutes to figure out what it's going to be for either of these sides.
Yeah, McElroy, one of the try scorers. Justine White pitch as well for the Glendale team. And Simmons, the inside centre for ORSU. Beckett Royce gets it away. Ritchie, and now the try scorer Simmons. Blasts through another one. How does she do that? Again, Suda just falling off. Ritchie again works that far side. Back inside to Johnson, the captain. Still there. Summers checking the offside for the defenders. Another strong carry, but good hit as well on Hannah Summers, 24-year-old. And it's stolen. Suda has it on the far side, and steal was Carly Thompson. Did brilliantly at the breakdown for the home team. Here they go again. Another big leg drive there from Maddie Finch, heavy machinery operator in her day job. The polar bear on the outside. Gets the ball to a wide pitch. Can't slip through this time. Tackled by Mendoza, the 18-year-old from Mexico. Dropped again. Second knock on here in the second half.
Knock on.
Both these sides just sluggish out of the sheds. Blow off those cobwebs. Take a look at the replay. Pass was fine from Lou. Just took a little peek there to the defensive line. That's usually a good reward for strong defense and good lines beat. Keeps, especially that first receiver, pretty honest.
White feeds. Gets to Beckett Royce up the middle. Johnson at a standing start. Goes against Lou through the gap. Turns it on the inside to Johnson. Such an active prop forward. Full-on penalty here to ORSU off their feet. They want to tap and go, and Summers reaches into the pocket.
We talked about under pressure. Defend legally.
Under pressure indeed. Off they go to the sin bin. Carly Thompson is off for 10.
Charlotte Thompson gets 10 minutes. This helps ORSU's cause significantly here. As Richie will have this chance to drive this into the 22. She does so very nicely. Now, can ORSU convert this pressure into points?
ORSU number 1, Avery Johnson. Play it up, Maddie switch it. Maddie switch it up. When we're ready.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Pressure. We're inside our 22.
Good take. Beckett Royce comes in though. The sack is good. They work around the fringes with Beckett Royce, the player coach. Richie wants it first receiver. It's an important line I'll take as Simmons has another go. This time she's brought down by Farmer.
Play on.
Steal is good. Suda was there, and the counter steal is even better there from ORSU. Johnson still backwards. Simmons is onto that. They'll have a scrum. They may not favor that, but it is a good attacking platform.
Isn't Simmons just causing a handful in the midfield here for ORSU? Her last 20 minutes has been outstanding. I don't remember one of her touches being a negative gain or being brought down one-on-one at the initial tackle. Very effective lines
red ball.
through that midfield. See over the back and shoulder of Johnson there, no advantage.
Crouch.
Ball remains with ORSU as the sun starts cracking through those clouds out to the west. Very picturesque over Infinity Park.
Beautiful to see. Tight end, even with a player short. The Merlins have it with Lou. And then they go in. Ball gets its way towards the touch line. It was pretty close to touch. Judge had his flag up. It'll be an ORSU throw-in.
Will be almost a carbon copy of the first half, Dylan, where ORSU camped out. Well, let's play on. Mark Nelson, come on in here. What did you see there? Did that make contact with the paint?
From way up here, it didn't make contact with the paint, Dan, but let's just hope maybe the sun was in the AR's eyes there.
Beckett Royce, though, takes it for ORSU, and here they attack yet again. Zoe Wilson, desperate to get back on the scoreboard. ORSU really kept this game alive, and good tackle from Farmer. She's been very active, thrown over the top. There's Summers now. Defense is still strong here from the Merlins. Oh, they could have gone short, and the intercept. Well, I bet you would have had a second. And eyes lit up there. Another early Christmas present just goes to the deck, though.
Wide pitch, that would have been a second long-range effort. Yeah, too slow at the back there with the delivery. That's an opportunity lost there for the Merlins.
Crouch. Bind.
Got three players lined up behind each other. Set piece move. Erica Ferris now comes to the close side set. Another tight end though in the scrum. Farmer picks up at the back. Lou cuts back in. Great support there from Peterson. The Merlins, they're responding nicely. Shalosky ducks down, has got the polar bear with her. Instead, Lamb takes it up. Lamb ducks down. Rolls through, still going.
Backwards.
On the right-hand side is Suda. Support arrivers with wide pitch. Gets half scrag to the deck. Suda picks up again. Good continuity and hands on that far side.
Play on, play on.
Referee Summers says play on. Merlins into the 22. Shabati's on the left-hand touchline here if they bring it. Farmer throws the dummy. Quick ball here for the Polar Bear. Support with it. And now comes to Suda again. Shabat brought down and a good tackle there from Fatuaho. And now they go for the distance. Great speed. They've lost the ball though.
Play the knock on.
Wow. Kelsey O'Brien was in for all money, but didn't have the rugby ball to touchdown.
No, that's not how that works. Play the scrum.
What a try saver at the death there.
We have injury? Okay. Yeah, and put your shoe on. That's good.
Play
Time
it down.
off.
Let's take a look at the replay at the end here. Oh yeah, just enough attention coming across. Looks like it might have been the scrum half in white who may have got a loose hand onto that ball and forced it free. By the skin of their teeth, they hold on.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, don't miss the next match. We have here the Glendale Elite Men on October 7th. We'll be taking on New York Old Blue at 3 p.m. Get your tickets at glendalemerlins.com. And we heard today that they just put Mystic River through the ringer, as did Glendale. So that shapes up to be a really, really good tussle. Probably the two top teams in men's rugby in the US at the moment.
89-19, we think the score was there. So Paris Hart will take the field right now, the 25-year-old. And some super subs off the bench as well. There's only 4 of them. And the ORSU artillery. And right now, 3 of them come onto the field as Avery Johnson leaves, as well as Candice Mahoney-Watson. So back to the live action. Scrum to ORSU. We're 5 meters out. We know that Richie hasn't been able to put too much distance on her kicks. Had 2 tight ends in a row as well. The Merlins, the ball is almost there for the 3rd one. Richie now pops this one, not going to go very far, but 6 or 7 meters out from their own try line.
I think just a little bit of pressure on the scrum there, force their hand, ORSU. We've seen success with Beckett Royce off the back, just buying them a little bit more territory. Gives Richie some more time to kick.
The Merlins still with 14 players. They lose that, Lana. Be careful of that tap down Johnson inside their 22, and Beckett Royce cleans up nicely, but then holds on to the ball on the ground.
Choice here, down 1 player in the pack.
What do you want? Do you want a scrum?
We're going to scrum.
Yeah, you're going to go for the scrum. 7 versus 8, of course, Sarah Chabot wants to scrum.
Yeah. Feels much better in there.
Here we go.
Let's go forward now, eh? Yeah, T. Hey. I see pick left.
You see Royce at the back.
See, insert.
Yeah, Shalosky does exceptionally well to get over the top of that ball.
Already headed downhill.
Is that good?
Good work from the hooker there.
Squeeze. Shake.
Crouch.
7 players against 8 at scrum time. But the Merlins so powerful up front with Chabot and the Polar Bear. Landis ready to attack. They use it quickly. The back line into the fray. Behind the back, they've got wide pitch looping. Tornado ducks out 1. Gets Peterson on the loop. Lamb, short ball to Suda, met with strong contact from Lundy. Good carry from McElroy. She's had a great outing so far today. Tornado flat ball to wide pitch. Lou on the outside. This could be a try in the corner. Kelsey O'Brien has gone into touch.
Touch call.
That's almost 2 tries in 2 minutes for the fullback.
O'Brien's going to want a ball on the right-hand side of the field. She's had no luck down that left. 2 from 2 for ORSU saving tries. This one, I think her foot may have just flipped the sideline on her way down. Got a great look at it here. Look at that, zoomed in.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch the next foot right there. There you go. Bit of paint. And 11 times out of 10, that'll be a no try.
Serafina Hochi, important throw in here. Former Santa Monica women's player. Doesn't get an accurate throw though, so Merlins with another steal. Farmer, quick hands, ducking players. And Tornado flicks it up to White Pitch on the outside. White Pitch, still going. Beats two, gets the pass away to Simmons. Well intercepted by the center. And also with Beckett Royce take it up a few more meters. The defender there, 22, superbly so far. Oh, and steaming onto this is a heavy collision coming in there. Caroline Midkiff was the ball carrier wearing 18. Farmer needs to roll away now.
Let it come, Gold, let it come, let it come.
ORSU with Hart. Lamb just bowled over there as Beckett Royce plays fly half. Lamb is still down. Hochi gets a pass to Hart, sneaky skills there.
Leave it, Gold, leave it!
Full-on penalty. This will relieve the lines for the Oregon Sports Union.
Some great physical running from ORSU there. Get them on the front foot, earn them the penalty as well. The Merlins should be back to a full contingent of 15 shortly.
Okay.
But you talked about that offload from Hochi. Isn't she good just getting that ball out the back, a little flick? Teammates have quickly realized that there's opportunities for second phase play when Hochi goes to the line.
Sub 10. Yeah, Ben's on. Ben's on. Continue that 10 minutes after that 10 minutes, all right? That was
So
good
substitute there. Leanne Lamb goes to the sideline. Onto the field now for the Glendale team is Jess Dombrowski, the 23-year-old, Illinois State. Johnson knocks it back, but Peterson gets it for the Merlins. They're back on attack, and that's off their feet play by the experienced veteran Beckett Royce, and she may need to go to the sideline and take a break for 10 minutes.
Of the ruck. You've killed the momentum. It's deliberate. Off you go. She's on the side of the ruck, and then she's played the 9. She's offside.
That's cynical. A big blow there.
That's why it's a yellow card.
Okay, our last weekend, our ref
Beckett Royce.
Well, okay.
Gets a yellow card.
Offside. Deliberate infringement.
Just get it out.
Now the Merlins have a player advantage in the scrum. Interesting to see the development in the next 10 minutes. They were dominant with 7 on 8. Let's see how they do. 8v7 now.
Yeah, the numbers have switched around right now. So the Merlins, they've weathered the storm early. 53 minutes gone. 15-10 they lead. They go to the front. Thompson was the one that took that, just returning from a yellow card offense. The maul is set.
Go around, go around. He was on it.
Going backwards initially are the Merlins. Farmer in there.
Tackle now, let it come.
Another set of ruck. There they go with O'Brien, their first receiver. Tornado, they go wide with White Pitch. He can certainly motor. Dombrowski gets the loop around. Tornado is there. Simmons, good tackle. Merlins have worked their way into the 22 with Shalosky.
Advantage, 6 is
that
offside.
backwards. Mr. White Pitch very active here in the second half. Offside advantage for Melissa Polarbear. Hart brings her down.
Advantage still.
Still penalty advantage. Merlins have space on the far side. Great pass from Chabot. It's Farmer on the outside. Farmer in the corner. Great strength to fend off a couple of would-be tacklers, and Carmen Farmer gets try number 3 for the Merlins.
She may have picked up a little shot to the eye as well, a little bit of claret coming out there, but that's a well-deserved try for Farmer. She's been outstandingly defensively today. There you go, a little A little poke under the old eyeball. Nothing too serious. They should be able to patch this up. We look in the replay. And Shabbat brings in 2 players. Quick transfer. That's great stuff from the front rower and Shabbat.
Yeah, just.
And then Farmer. Let's see if we can see something where we pick it up
JT,
here.
Yeah. You're good.
Defend. Well, I'm not too sure. Maybe it happened in the lead up to that.
Conversion to 10 Merlins, number 14, Justine White.
Doesn't be too serious. She hasn't actually left the field. She's getting patched up quickly back at the halfway line. As White pitch. Tough conversion out on the sideline.
This one will hit the ground first, 20 to 10. That's a good separation. So 2 scores in this game right now. 55 minutes gone in the clash, but Sarah Shabbat, great skills from veteran. Front row forward to get it out wide and common. Farmer played in the World Cup in 2014 and the 2016 Olympics, just experienced, finishes it off in the corner.
And that's taking advantage of the yellow card. ORSU weren't able to do it. Glendale do it immediately. And that's the difference between these two sides, is taking those opportunities and capitalizing, turning them into points. The Merlins have just been slightly more effective at doing that here this evening.
Now Richie to get us restarted. She said once as a kid she was bitten by a shark, but she punched it in the nose to go away. She'll need that experience and that composure from the fly-off as they wind down this clock. And Ho Chi comes in. Tremendous tackle. His turn, Lou. The ball still spins out for Shalosky. The Merlins come down the short side. Stiff contact. Maddie Finch, great addition. She's been from Hamilton, New Zealand. O'Brien now at first receiver. She is the 3rd choice backup fly half.
Ruck's formed.
Full of running as well.
They've definitely listed their intensity here, Dallin. Have the Merlins. Last 7-8 minutes. Still 6 left on that yellow card as well.
Or should we just go first? Scrum. Okay, we'll scrum here.
Scrum.
Goes right in the middle of the field, not liking the distance to the sideline. They elect to scrum. Probably not a bad option here. We'll see if ORSU decide to bring one of their backs in and play one short, or they're just going to give up the scrum and go 7 on 8.
That's her, yeah. It's back here. It's back here.
Oh, back here.
Here we go.
Marcus on him. Sorry.
You're good. Time on.
Caitlin Segato takes the field, wearing 20 for the ORSU side. From Salem, Oregon.
Bind.
So the Merlin backline on attack. Most to the right-hand side. Ball at the back, it's been lost there, thrown up by Mondine Chatelaire, French player. And now ORSU have it.
Advantage
Acosta. The advantage is now over.
Turnover was good.
Turnover is there. The runners were just too late in support for ORSU, and so it's Tornado on that far side, tackled by Johnson. Julie Tornado, the 26-year-old, gets hit hard and loses it.
Line out. Okay, line out.
Sloppy play out there on that far side. Little opportunity on the turnover from the Merlins for Tornado. You see the cover defense from Johnson strong. And then that carry just a touch loose over the sideline. No surprise. Also electing to go for the line out here.
Yeah, better option for them. So it will go to Ho Chi, the retail area manager. Short line out. Must win. Oh, they've lost that. Come off Johnson, so it'll be Merlins with it. Advantage. They don't mind scrumming.
Okay, turnover was good, but we'll play the knock-on. Scrum. Or poach was good there, sorry. Yeah.
Quick. Let's press the
They'll have the scrum here. Much more to the favor of the Merlins. Take a look at the replay. There's our first one, off Johnson.
Crouch.
And Johnson good on the turnover, but no advantage that knock on. Good call from Derek Summers there.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Eagle Jenny Lou comes back from injury. to Suda, and here they come with White Pitch from fullback. White Pitch up the middle. White Pitch stretches the legs for the outside. White Pitch still going. Tries to turn it back in. It's still there. Dombrowski managed to grab it. Then knocked on there from O'Brien.
Knock on here. Scrum.
A beautiful set piece off the back of that scrum, Dallin, from the Merlins. You'd have to say, though, that's an opportunity gone begging for them. They had the numbers down there. White Pitch had support with Dombrowski. Low pass. Unable to be pulled in. ORSU, though, still under immense pressure. 2.5 minutes left on their yellow card.
Okay. Crouch. Bind.
Can we square up? Set. Squeeze!
ORSU struggled with the scrum yet again. Another tight head at the back. And here it comes. Chatelea for the line. Just short.
Sorry.
Of course, Shabbat is there, add an extra drive. And now Shalosky beats the one. Shalosky is over. She needs to get the ball down. And that was stunning defense, but here it's an 8-on-1. And it's Suda that scores. A great response. The forwards did all the hard work on the left-hand side. The backs were ranging up. And it is try number 4 for Christine Suda.
They're getting rather clinical now, Dallin. Is this Merlins outfit just turning those screws on ORSU? Down to 14. Just 4 players on the bench. It's just been a tough outing in the second half. It seems as though the gas tanks have just run dry. Still desperation, though. Great defense, forcing Shalosky back there. Unselfish play from the fullback in O'Brien to find Suda. Inside centre gets a well-earned try.
The aviation consultant back in the starting lineup. Kristen Suda. Conversion is unsuccessful. 25 points to 10. 62 minutes gone. About a minute left on that yellow card for the ORSU team.
Look at the bench. With the Merlins, there's Carmen Farmer. Seems to be much better now. She takes a look up at the Jumbotron at herself on the big screen to make sure that the medical staff did do a good job.
Yep.
And they have.
We're going to stay like this. She's going to connect with Paris. We're coming up together. Here we go.
Take it better there. Strong collision again on Farmer. Shalosky, so good. Up tight and has the polar bear with her. Over the halfway line, a much better response off the kickoff here from the Merlins. They go to O'Brien on that far side. Suda in support. Tornado, bust 2. The Merlins on the front foot. McElroy into the traffic, she loses it. Johnson picks it up.
Advantage red.
ORSU have advantage. This one goes back. Tough one to take there for Claire Lundy.
Advantage over.
Hod comes in to help out, so advantage is now over. ORSU. This kick over the top. Bounces, and there's a nice looking kick to the halfway line.
Yeah, I get it wrong. Sinbin's on. Sinbin's on.
They'll come back to a full 15 now. Yep. Has the damage been done, though? 15 points, 16 minutes left to play. They're going to have to go at around a point a minute here to take this one away from the Merlins. Momentum well and truly in the hands of the Merlins, though.
Full line out. Go to the back, it's been knocked.
Now, first infringement was a double pump, then the knock on. We'll play the free kick.
Yeah, nothing worse than the old double pump.
It's a free kick. It's all good.
It's all good, says Derek Summers. Well, unless Derek Summers a couple months ago slipping in the shower, it's not all good.
Yeah. Good job with the UN, though. He's just so calm and calculated, Summers.
ORSU, up they go. Hoji. They work the short side. Johnson is there to help out. Space opening up. Counter ruckers, they've got to keep their feet though. Richie throws one over the top, off the knees. Tornado is well handled though by Fetuaho. Farmer again, in fact that was Wilson working around the blind side.
No, we're gonna have a scrum. There's too many bodies on the ground, we're gonna have a scrum.
That one deemed unplayable.
It's your scrum. 3 and 12 sub. 3 and 12 gold sub.
Suter and Polar Bear punch their ticket. Zulo will come on. Looks like Wanamaker as well.
Time on.
We're too flat.
You talked about the depth of this Merlins squad. We're starting to see it here. As they really don't lose too much for step as the replacements come on throughout the game.
That certainly is a sign of a championship team.
Crouch.
Glendale Merlins looking to march on 4-0 in the competition. Condensed backline. Johnson providing a real nuisance over there. Someone Dean Shadalea, well handled. There it is for ORSU. They do really well. They turn it back on the inside to Acosta, ranging up. Great support from the hooker. Richie wants the ball to go wide, still stuck around with the forwards. Off their feet are the Merlins. Full-on penalty.
Watch your feet. Here.
Sadego wants to go quickly.
Off your feet. I'm sorry.
Reset things. Lisa White. Got Paris Hart with her. Hart. Strong carry again from her. Riding the tackles. Zula was on her. Acosta has been intercepted again by Peterson. She did this last week. Beckett Royce hunts her down. Peterson gets the pass away. Great support there from Dombrowski. O'Brien spots the space out wide. Long one to take. Went backwards, so it's still with the Merlins.
Guys, is that a knock-on?
Great interception.
Steve.
Derek Summers wants to know from Steve Gorps the knock-on as Peterson steps in.
Come back!
Great support from the reserve. Shadalea.
Ball is up.
Good tackle. ORSU turning this over. They get another penalty to ORSU. Back and forth affair.
There he is.
They tap and go quickly. Hart again. Good offload. Beckett Royce steams up, wants to get the pass away. O'Chee's there in support. She's been so active in the loose. Quick ball there for White. Mahoney Watson gets it across. Acosta. ORSU not done in this game until the last 12 minutes. Sagado on the outside. Highly involved with youth rugby in Oregon. You know her players are watching here. Lundy comes streaming in from the wing. Johnson on the far side, they've got numbers.
Backwards.
Simmons drops it backwards. Love to see Simmons with a bit of open space. She scored one already for her team.
Yep. Bodies on the ground, let us scrum again.
Unplayable scrum to the Merlins.
Also, you can smell that desperation as they know they've got to start scoring some tries quickly. The Merlins have just been outstanding. They've made some adjustments to their defensive line at the halftime break, and it's working wonders. Here's the back end. There's that little knock on there from Simmons. Double knock on. Here's your mark. With the Merlins through Jenny Lou putting this ball in. Looking forward to seeing Lou and Stolber starting to link up. Lou returns from injury. Stolber obviously away at a wedding this week. We'll be back for that big Berkeley game.
That's right. Glendale Merlins, the franchise, both the men and the women's side have Eagles in 9 and 10 positions, just key to dominate a game. Short on penalty there for the Merlins, and they take this inside their half. They go. O'Brien to the line. A real running fly half. Still comes away for Tornado. She drifts across field. Wide pitch offers a switch. Now there's speed to burn here as they look through. Denali Grain had it, and then Wanamaker! Just making defenders miss. She picks it up and goes herself. Wanamaker! Can you believe it? Off the bench, she's sparking magic here.
It's turned over.
Turnover though, and Simmons was in there. Lost it though. Strong tackle coming in again. Graham. Saves it for the Merlin side. Shaloski shifts it across. There's space to operate. One pass is just needed. Shadalea took it into contact. Support runners now arriving. Still, it's 6-on-3 on the right-hand side. It's a numbers game. Shabbat just short of the line. Jenny Lou dives over and scores. She doesn't care about the numbers. She'll get 5 herself. And that is sustained pressure, but what a run it was from Nicole Wanamaker.
Wanamaker wearing the Black Widow jersey. No one wanted to touch her. She kept going right at the end here. The little trapdoor play from Jenny Lou. Spots just that little opening there. You see a couple of the ORSU players just get a little bit too carried away, pushing to their left. And you're always told, fill that first defender either side of the ruck first and foremost. Jenny Lou, you don't have to give her half a chance.
Justine Whitepitch.
Conversion attempt Merlins. Number 14, Justine Whitepitch.
Looking for the extras. The kick is successful. 32 points to 10. And it's the Glendale Merlins that survived the second half here. They scored 3 tries in the second period. And ORSU conceded a yellow card in the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was really the turning point, wasn't it? When they weren't able to put points on the board, when Glendale were reduced to 14, and then Glendale scored almost immediately, and also reduced to 14. Swung this game heavily in the Merlins' favour.
Thompson with the take for the restart.
No, same run.
ORSU fought bravely in this game. Spent through short numbers. Shaloski, heavy tackle on her, coming in from Caroline Midkiff. Here they go with Peterson. One-handed flick, great pass. Strong contact in as well on Jess Dombrowski. She's in the USA Rugby Membership Department. Advantage here for the Merlins.
Offside.
Offside play.
Tackler.
We'll do the last 7 minutes here, Dallin. Bonus point, all locked up for the Merlins. ORSU just playing for pride here. Love to see them get over the line for one more try.
Yeah, throughout this ORSU program. Established in 1994.
Get him on.
Joined the WPL in 2014.
2 and 4
also have
sub.
a men's D3 and D1
2
side.
2 and 4 subs.
D2 side.
We subbed off, yeah.
Strong program
subs.
from
That's
Oregon
fine.
Side.
You and her. If you want to go off there, that's
Dania
fine.
Clark onto the field, and Dania Inari is on as well. So full bench being used here from the Merlin side. It's Dania Clark that will come in and throw straight away from the Grand Canyon University. Stolen, though, from Johnson and the ORSU team. Mahoney Watson shifts it across. Richie in the midfield now. She's moved from centre. Fly off to centre as Mahoney Watson goes after this again. Simmons. First time they're able to stop her in her tracks. Merlins, though, flying in here, forcing a turnover.
Scrum.
Handling error coming in there from ORSU. I believe Merlins have emptied their bench at this point. Everyone on the field. Great shot there. One of our cameramen, Edison, is he filming or has he lost his car keys there? He's down on the ground, just getting the viewers the best possible shot. And there it is. Edison Cam, we call that one.
Crouch.
Also known as the car key shot from Dan Power. Physical battle we predicted. It really has been. 5 tries to 1 so far. Tornado, good offload. Streaming onto this. Great support here from the Merlins. Ball thrown there to wide pitch. Tornado leading the charge of this now. Peterson goes wide. Big ball and strong tackle on Dombrowski. They pick and drive now. Pazula, the PE teacher.
Back.
A lot of interchangeable positions as Amandi Shadalea takes it up a few extra meters into halfback position right now as O'Brien is. Tornado pulls this one back in. Good step as they go around the outside. Noli Graham, former Squid Sevens player, hasn't had many opportunities tonight. Shabbat, first receiver, throws the dummy and then, not sure what that was. Wide pitch though, cleans things up. Beckett-Roy still making the tackles in minute 76. O'Brien. Bring it to the close side and wonderful stepping. Dombrowski, eventually brought down by the forward pack. Shabbat again, loving the new position. Fly half. The offload is superb to Dania Clark. Wide pitch popping up different places. It's been stolen though. Great work there from ORSU as they range away with this one. Wow, Claire Lundy stole it and went off to the races. Richie's in support. Richie just squared down, short of the 22-meter. Lundy's there yet again. Johnson in helping out as well. ORSU against the run of play. Looking for players to take it forward. Barrios now. Acosta in support. Big tackle in an offside position.
One-man ruck.
Simmons taps and goes herself. Simmons has scored 1, throws it dummy. Simmons is over. That's 2. You'll look away for a second, and Simmons will applaud in for another score.
Hannah Simmons gets her second, and she deserves it too. Busy game for the inside centre, shifted to 13 after they made some replacements. And a quick heads-up play from her. Penalty was for offsides against the Merlin. The quick tap, 1-on-1. She's able to stride around for a second. Here's another look at it from the front on angle. Good work from Simmons.
Also finish off this game strongly. About a minute 30 to go. Leaving the field there is Erica Ferris. We hope she's okay. Part of the USA Women's Open team at the 2015 Touch Rugby World Cup. Richie, you had a hand in that play with the green cleats. Strike from far is a nice one. Nice. It's successful. What a kick. 52 to 17. And a great late response there from ORSU.
That's a nice strike from Richie out there on that far side. 32-17, probably a good reflection of this game, actually. ORSU have played very, very tough coming up here to Infinity Park. Glendale, you can tell they've missed Stolber and Hale, but too much class still within that 15-man squad, 15-woman squad.
Big collision there off the restart. Johnson, such an active game she's had. Wasn't held, she can pick up and go again. I do love that. Players take that, use it in the heat of the battle. Really been impressed as well with the winger, Lundy, 27-year-old, who's really turned it on when it needed to happen. That's a siren in the background. Hochi fakes the offload and then gets Beckett-Royce in a bit of a hospital pass, but she gets it away. Lundy in support there. Hart throws it, knocked down and taken there by the Merlins. Still with ORSU. Here they go again. ORSU on the outside, ranging up there. So close indeed, as Caroline Midkiff was there. And that's full time from referee Derek Summers. And it really was a battle and a half for the full 80 minutes. And in the end, the home side, the Glendale Merlins, hold on. They win this game 32 points to 17. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to have the highlights of their post-match presentation. It's the Glendale Merlins 32, ORSU 17.
Today's match from Rugby Town, USA was brought to you by Haynes Mechanical. To properly manage your facility, you need a solutions provider in mechanical, technology and energy. HaynesMechanical.com.
Quite sick game again like last week. Hey Dan, highlights. I'll do first try. I'll do the first try of the highlights.
My name is Louis Cohn. I had a heart attack running a race. 6 bypasses later, here I am. All the people at the hospital, they were unbelievable. They just took such great care of me. I'm climbing, I do all the things I love to do, and I'm just enjoying life.
St. Joseph, Good Samaritan, and Lutheran, together providing a deeper level of personalized care.
My mom and dad, they looked it up online because I wanted to do tackle football, but they were trying to find a safer sport.
I started playing rugby since it seemed like it looked really fun. You work together in a team.
It helps me work on tackling, passing the ball, communicating. And the best part is scoring a try. Put down those video games and play rugby.
Come out and see it.
It's a lot of fun.
If everybody does their best, then I believe it's the most fun, really.
Close, convenient, cozy. Where Rugby stays, Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek, located within walking distance of Glendale's Infinity Park Stadium and minutes away from the Cherry Creek Shopping Center and downtown. Featuring 3,000 square feet of meeting space, luxurious guest rooms with our signature Hyatt Grand Beds and complimentary breakfast. Prepare for your match in our 24-hour Stay Fit gym and connect with work, family, and friends on free Wi-Fi. Hyatt Place, Denver Cherry Creek, where Rugby stays.
And welcome back, rugby fans. It's celebrations all around for the home side. It's the Glendale Merlins that have been victorious in this WPL clash by a score of 32 points to 17 against the Oregon Sports Union. And we're going to go down to Howard Stableford for the post-match presentation.
32-17, the final score. The Glendale Merlins defeat ORSU here in WPL play tonight at Infinity Park. Let's go down to the north side of the pitch and Howard Stableford.
Thank you very much, Nate Craigman. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Oregon Sports Union. and our very own Glendale Merlins. Tremendous WPL action here at Infinity Park, and as the tradition dictates, we always name and nominate a player from each side as representing the tremendous effort that both sides have put in. So for Oregon Sports Union, we've selected, well, the try scorer. 2 tries for Anna Simmons. Come and have a word with me, Anna. Come and have a quick chat. Congratulations, good game. And one thing you can sort out for me and Nate Kreckman up on the balcony, is it Simons or Simmons?
Simons.
Oh, Simons! I was wrong. I owe him.
Rhymes with diamonds.
It's rhymes with diamonds. And you scored a couple of diamonds. What was it like for you? Hard-fought game, tremendous defense, lots of good defense from you guys as well. What was it like to play in?
Well, it's always fantastic playing here in Glendale. The stadium's amazing. The Merlins put up an awesome match every time. We tried to do a little too much at times, and so that hurt us, and they were able to capitalize, but we got our shots in too, so good, hard game.
You certainly did get your shots in, and as I said, really well, hard-fought game. Congratulations once again, Ann Simons and Oregon Sports Union. Well done. Give them a big round of applause. All right, what about the Glendale Merlins? Now 4-0 in WPL play, 5-0 on the season. They won their friendly as well last week against Lindenwood University. So we're nominated, or the broadcast boys, online boys, nominated as your player of the game, your hooker, Kristen Schalowski. And you get to this cuddly red bag, and who knows what is in there. You've won a car. There's trips to Hawaii in there. There's all sorts of stuff in there. You'll really like it. So talk us through it, Kristen. What was it like to play out there against a very good ORSU side?
Oh, well, it hurt a lot. These guys are always a really physical side. They brought that today and gave us a hell of a challenge.
So how's it feel being 4-0 now in WPL?
You know, we take each game as it comes. It's great to be able to come out with the win. It's even more of an honor to be able to suit up next to these girls every day.
Good stuff. Yeah, exactly right. That's what teams are all about, right? It's not about the individual. It's always about you and your teammates. Well done, Kristen. Berkeley All Blues next week for the WPL. Thank you all for coming. And again, safe travels home to Oregon Sports Union. Great effort today. And we'll see you back here.
Congratulations to both those sides. They're a heck of an effort indeed. It was 5 tries to 2 so far, and quite a lot of action, especially in the second half. And it was the Glendale Merlins that came firing right away. Chabot did superbly. Carmen Farmer in the end, going for the try, the distance in the corner to start the second period.
Yeah, Dan, we mentioned it. The yellow card was a big momentum swing here. This one came after back to a full contingent. They move it out to the right. Great little draw and pass, finds Suda on the outside. And this was the final try. As Jenny Liu, I was really impressed with her in her first game back. She must have been very close to player of the match as well. She dots that one down right next to the post. And at the very end, it was ORSU player of the match. In Simons gets her second try of the match. And that left us at our full-time score. Good performance from the Merlins, though.
Yeah, it certainly was. 15 points to 10, the half-time score, and they came back strongly in the second half. It was a wonderful effort indeed. And the player of the match, though, Kristen Schalowski, was very good up front. There were a lot of players that put their hands up all round, and it's good to see this Merlin side using their depth, using the bench as well.
Yeah, Kit Ruiz will take a lot of positives away from this. There's a lot to work on as well, but they really got a chance to test their depth today. You talked about that many times, Dallin. It was really looking at the depth of this squad as they move forward into the WPL season. It's the back end. That's where those little niggly injuries start to compound, and that's when you work into trouble. Our player of the match is brought to you by Rugby Athletic, leading the way in custom rugby jerseys and apparel at rugbyathletic.com.
Well, we have the player of the match right now. Congratulations on a wonderful effort. What do you think of the game?
Oh, you know, it was a very tough-fought match. Definitely had some things that we were working on this game. We started to put some of our structures together. Had some tough moments at the beginning, and ORSU came out really physical, so we appreciate the challenge. We're glad we got to gut it out and win.
Now, for you personally, you've had a pretty big year. We saw you in the WPL All-Stars team out in San Diego earlier. You've had a great start to the season here. Personal goals for the rest of the year for you?
Personal goals are just to continue to work on my positional skills, my open field skills to support my teammates as best I can, and try to keep elevating that.
And we saw some of that open field skill today with the highlights. We'll take a look at that now. Talk us through some of this action. You had a very, very busy game. In particular at the set piece, your scrummaging was outstanding. Must have been good to have Sarah Chabot back as well, though.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. It's like a scrum masterclass every time we play with her.
There you go, pretty happy there to get a spell. Always happy to get a break towards the back end of the game, isn't it? Get
Yes.
a little bit of energy out there for later.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as you look to build in the WPL season, some big games coming up here at home, aren't they?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Every game is a contest here. It's a great league to be playing in for that reason. It's also quite a challenge.
Well, we thank you so much. Wonderful performance yet again. You've been entertaining the fans. They come out and support you each week. And again, congratulations on a great team effort.
Thank you very much.
Well, fantastic stuff there. So thanks for joining us in Rugby Town, USA, where the Glendale Merlins have defeated the Oregon Sports Union by a score of 32-17. For more info on Infinity Park, go to infinitypark@glendale.com. Any rebroadcast of the pictures, audio, and accounts of this match are strictly prohibited without express written permission from the city of Glendale, Colorado. This has been a copyright broadcast of the city of Glendale, Colorado. For Dan Power, Mark Nelson, our entire crew, I'm Dallin Stanford saying thanks for tuning in.
Experience fast-paced rugby at Infinity Park. Tickets are just $6. Free for kids 12 and under. Grab them now at GlendaleMerlins.com.